Okay, so here's the code we got, P0128, thermostat rationality, so that's what it is. And we're gonna reset this at the end of the video. All right, guys, we got a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee here, 3.6. That's the engine size. I took off the cover right there, just pulled it off. We're gonna change the thermostat. We got a code for thermostat rational. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this little guy right here. We're gonna remove the air duct pipe. So we do have a sensor on this side and a bolt on this side on the air duct housing. So this guy comes off. Use an 8mm if you like, or just go crazy like me. With a flathead screwdriver. Once this is loose enough, should come off, but you do need to disconnect the sensor here. So this red tab, you gotta push out this red tab here. Okay, and then squeeze, and this guy comes off. We should be able to take off this duct pipe now. Okay, and you do got this little guy right here, so pull this off. And if you got this connector here, this little harness, little guy, and this guy comes right off just like this. Put it somewhere safe. All right, so here's your thermostat right here. So we got a clamp, we got two 10mm bolts, and we got a bleeder valve. So you do need antifreeze, and we do got a thermostat here. So this is the thermostat. Okay, you should be able to do this at home in about an hour and a half maximum. So this is what the thermostat looked like on this Jeep right here. And make sure that car is nice and cold. Part number on this guy, yeah, we don't have a part number, but that's fine. Okay, this little guy was on top of that right here from the other side. Turn that off. Anyways, I'm gonna set up a bottle, a funnel, and we're gonna drain all the antifreeze into the bottle and the funnel. What you could do is, one thing is let the car cool off and make sure it's not gonna spray on you, because there's pressure in there. It will burn you if that's the case. You see this car got a pressure, so that's fine. For me, it's not that hot. I'll be able to do it. All right, so we're recording, and what we're gonna do is, it does have pressure in it, but it's not a lot, so it's not gonna shoot out crazy on me. So I'll put a little bottle down there, got the camera seat on there, funnel, and a small little plastic piece so I could catch all the antifreeze that could go in here. What I want to do is turn a little bit, and turn a little bit on the bottom bolt, and we're gonna let the pressure do the job. Slowly the antifreeze is gonna start to come out. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give it a good half an hour for this thing to drain out. I'm trying not to make any mess, so I can catch all the antifreeze into the bottle. Even if you let it release, just put hot water on it so it can just evaporate really quick. So let's give it a good half an hour. And if you need to go about 2 to 3 threads, you can do that, so it can drain out faster. Just don't open it all the way, because it's gonna just shoot out all the antifreeze. But once the pressure goes, look at that, there's no more pressure. Now I'm squeezing this guy to release the antifreeze. It's probably gonna shoot out about a half a gallon or a gallon, and that's it. Okay, so I don't think I got any freeze anymore. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna loosen up the bottom bolt completely. Go, that's 10mm right there. And now, okay, you see that there's nothing in there, so there's no pressure in the system anymore. The top bolt comes off. There you go, another 10mm, and your thermostat housing should just simply slide out just like that. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna get a clamp, needle nose, and we're gonna remove this clamp. Okay, next we're gonna take this clamp right here, we're gonna squeeze it, and we're gonna just push it back. Go. And after that, you want to try to turn this guy. Sometimes this rubber will grip this so hard, you can put a flathead screwdriver in there and break the grip loose. And what you want to do here is, you want to take out this thermostat housing. It's complete. Come on. There you go. So it look like, usually this won't open all the way, and as you can see, it's stuck to one side, so it will release the antifreeze, and it doesn't work properly. So usually it would fail after like 70,000-80,000 miles or less. But what you want to do next is, our antifreeze is all done and out. You're gonna have some coming out of this radiator pipe. That's fine. Okay, this housing looks pretty clean, so if it's not clean, just wipe it down. It's plastic, so it doesn't rust out, so it doesn't come with bolts. You're gonna reuse the old bolts. You're gonna simply just align the thermostat and try to catch the threads. Go. That's one. What I want to do is put this pipe here, and the second one is going to kind of give me trouble, but just try not to drop it. And do not cross thread it because you will damage it. Pay attention to the sealing on the back. There's a seal in the back, so make sure that's there and it's good. So this job is pretty much done. And what you want to do here is, you want to hand tighten this, okay? Do not go crazy because this goes into plastic housing, you will snap it. So just hand tight. Same thing in the bottom. Try to go a little bit on the top, a little bit in the bottom, so the thing just goes in nice and flush. And there we are, nice and snugged in. It. Next, you want to just take your pipe here, put the pipe in. Don't forget the clamp. Try to get the clamp in the same position that where it was at, so it doesn't leak on you. So let's squeeze this guy. Go. So I'm gonna try to just spin it up right to the spot where it was at, right there. All right, perfectly done. All right guys, so this is done. Everything's nice and tight. We got the clamp on, 2 10mm are on, so we're not gonna start in the vehicle yet. So right here we have a bleeder valve, so you need a flathead screwdriver. You should be able to gently open this and close this, okay? So what we're gonna do here is, let me just check this. Just want to check, there's a seal there, there's an O-ring inside here. So you do need to bleed this, other than that your car will overheat, and you do want to keep an eye on that. So even after you're done, keep an eye on your heater gauge. So we're gonna come over here, there's no pressure in here, we can easily open this guy. Okay, so we're gonna take antifreeze. I'm gonna put antifreeze into this guy. Okay, so it's gonna bubble out, that's fine. Keep adding it till it stops. Okay, I'm not gonna do the complete job because I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing. We're gonna go back over there. We still got this underneath, so what we want to do here is, you're gonna hear a hissing sound here. If you don't hear a hissing sound, that means your antifreeze hasn't reached out yet. So we're gonna go back. I left this open right now, so I'm gonna put more antifreeze. There you go. You see that? Antifreeze started to come out. It's probably gonna bubble out, shoot out air from there. So that's how simple it is. So you see how it's shooting out antifreeze right here? That's how it should be. If you see bubbles coming out, then you need to keep adding. I would do this twice. Do the same thing next morning if you're doing it at home, but over here I usually keep the car and I just let the car run for a little while and then I repeat the process even if it spills and this stuff is not there. Okay, so right now we ran the car for a good 10 minutes. Engine is nice and hot, temperature is halfway. What we're gonna do is right now I got pressure in it, so I'm gonna try to pull the valve off one more time to see if there's any more air in there. But this thing doesn't give me any space. There you go. So since we sit under pressure, okay, I should be able to manage this. There you go. Yeah, so he's holding this for me right there. And don't open this all the way. All the antifreeze will shoot out. But if you open a bit, it should spray out just like that. You see that? It's spraying. That's good. Perfect. That's it. There should be no air bubbles. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. Do reset the light after that and you should not have a code come back.